Continuing on with my warp investigations, though I haven't made a video in a couple of weeks, let alone months, came into my head which god is the most powerful in the warp, or the strongest. It also made me realise not all the gods in the warp are chaos gods. I will not be going into the time paradoxes in the warp, just so you know, the Sea of Souls existed before the chaos did. Anyway, back to the question at hand. Which god is most powerful? So we're taking a readily received proposal that for a god to be strong, it needs the most worshippers, and be worth whom are fighting the Eldar. That is a war. The war will not be going to Khorne, it will be going to Khaine and the Emperor, as those are the deities being worshipped at the time. Khorne would get very little, if any, power at all from this battle. So, which one is it? There are two deities at 5 or 4 and have the largest number of active worshippers. Again, it has to be active worshippers, not just worshippers. I.e., again, if we go back to a Khorne, if a Khorne berserker is not in battle and therefore not worshipping Khorne, a Khorne isn't getting anything. He's just got a worshipper doing nothing, and this actually quite upsets Khorne, and so he is not an active worshipper. I could have used Slaanesh or any other chaos gods, but that was the most appropriate as we are talking about war here. And of course, the ones with the largest amount of worshippers and actively being worshipped would be Gork and Mork. Gork is brutal but cunning, and Mork is cunning but brutal. As I said, both deities 5 or 4, but Gork is the one more like the Orc god of war. He is absolutely brutal, and it is about power and none of that messing about or sneaky stuff, just the fighting. This is why he is favoured by war bosses, knobs, goths, and snakebites. Mork is less a god of war, but more the inspiration behind war, such as the mech boys, or the strategy behind the blood axes, or the opportunity for a death scroll to stab someone in the back. That is what Mork is about. The Orcs are a powerhouse of a Xeno race, and like all sentient beings, they have emotions too. The emotions are mirrored in the warp. This is what created Gork and Nat's wing. They are bellowing with laughter at these feeble attempts. Gork would then give a toothy fang-filled grin before smashing the insolent god on the head with a spiked comet club the size of a comet. Yeah, I do actually have a script, I just tend to mess the words up apparently. Mork, being sneaky, would wait until the opponent was distracted or otherwise not interested and then hit him with a low blow. Not very gentlemanly. What Gork and Mork actually look like can be seen the closest thing to an orc as a temple. Orcs don't have temples, they have titans, and one of their titan-sized gargants or dumpers. The Mech Boys create these monstrous walkers to capture the true spirit of orkiness. These lumbering, clanky beasts leave a trail of blood and destruction wherever they go, but it is the Morkanaut or the Gorkanaut that truly represent the green-skinned gods. Their pilots are often bombarded with visions from either one of the gods, probably Mork, to be honest with you, and that drives them forward into the epicenter of the battle, where they can be most damaging. Now, we are at the end of the 41st millennium, and of course we have the Maledictum Cicatrix, or as I like to call it, the Scrabble winner. A Gork's grin, this is what the Orcs call him, with a Gork's grin splitting the galaxy in two, every greenskin is now given visions of war, and this makes him a little bit more mental. Like we needed more mental orcs. Weird boys gibber more often than usual, usually shouting commands of either Gork or Mork, probably both to be honest with you, but usually one or the other. And because they're in the warp doesn't make them chaos gods, because of course you have the Eldar gods, you also have the Emperor is a god. Okay, and therefore I will have to verify something here. The Emperor is a god, he is also a real a mortal person. They are two separate bodies. One is the deity and one is the person. They are not the same, though they look the same, etc. Anyway, so in my belief, because the orcs are so numerous and every single one from the biggest boys to the snotlings worship Gork and Mork, and they're always fighting, even when they're not at war, they're still fighting. That means they're being actively worshipped constantly. Why would there be? And it's also quite amusing when you realise that Khorne is feeding Gork and Mork, or Gork, or Mork, God, I've got to say that so less often, with Tusker Demon Killer, fighting, his demons on his own planet, on his own throne world, is kind of amusement, and that seems a sign of Mork's bit of sneaky worship there. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this. It was really interesting to see what the orcs take on the warp is, and it's fun. It is very fun. And you all have a great day. Enjoy the hobby. Like, comment, subscribe as